Hi, are you preparing for the CIPPE exam? Then this video is for you. In this video, I'll share practice questions and answers, and if you're interested in getting more free study material, check out our website, find the link in the description. Now, let's start. Question 1. Which institution is responsible for interpreting the GDPR and ensuring its consistent application across the EU? A. European Council, B. European Parliament, C. European Court of Human Rights, D. Court of Justice of the European Union, CJEU. The answer is D. Court of Justice of the European Union, CJEU. This is because the CJEU interprets GDPR and ensures its consistent application across the EU, providing rulings on key data protection cases. Question 2. The EU Data Protection Directive 95/46/EC was replaced by the GDPR due to A. Inadequate data processing definitions, B. Incompatibility with new technologies, C. Lack of uniformity in data protection implementation across EU member states, D. Overlapping with the e-Privacy Directive. The answer is C. Lack of uniformity in data protection implementation across EU member states. This is because the GDPR replaced the EU Data Protection Directive 95/46/EC to create a more consistent and harmonized data protection framework across all EU member states. Question 3. Which directive specifically regulates privacy in the electronic communications sector? A. EU Data Protection Directive 95/46/EC, B. The NIS Directive, C. The e-Privacy Directive 2002/58/EC, D. EU Directive on Electronic Commerce 2031/EC. The answer is C. The e-Privacy Directive 2002/58/EC. This is because the e-Privacy Directive specifically addresses privacy and data protection issues within the electronic communications sector, supplementing the GDPR. Question 4. What is the primary purpose of the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR? A. To harmonize data protection laws across the EU, B. To regulate electronic commerce activities, C. To manage cross-border data transfer between the EU and non-EU countries, D. To provide a framework for AI regulation. The answer is A. To harmonize data protection laws across the EU. This is because the GDPR aims to harmonize data protection laws across EU member states, providing a single set of rules to enhance the protection of personal data. Question 5. The NIS Directive primarily addresses A. Personal data security, B. Intellectual property protection, C. Network and information system security, D. Consumer protection in online transactions. The answer is C. Network and information system security. This is because the NIS Directive focuses on improving the cybersecurity and resilience of network and information systems within the EU, separate from personal data protection. Question 6. The EU Artificial Intelligence Act 2021 seeks to regulate A. Use of AI in health data processing, only B. AI systems that pose significant risks to fundamental rights, C. All forms of AI without exception, D. AI technologies used by government agencies only. The answer is B. AI systems that pose significant risks to fundamental rights. This is because the EU Artificial Intelligence Act 2021 proposes rules to manage risks associated with AI, particularly those that could impact fundamental rights and freedoms. Question 7. In GDPR, what distinguishes personal data from sensitive personal data? A. Sensitive data includes information like race, religion, and health status, requiring stricter protection. B. Personal data refers only to contact information. C. Sensitive data requires explicit consent, while personal data does not. D. personal data includes all information, including public data? The answer is A. Sensitive data includes information like race, religion, and health status, requiring stricter protection. This is because sensitive personal data under the GDPR includes special categories of data that require higher protection due to their sensitive nature. Question 8. The GDPR defines a controller as A. The entity that determines the purposes and means of processing personal data. B. The entity processing data on behalf of the controller. C. Any individual accessing personal data. D. A third party involved in data transfer. The answer is A. The entity that determines the purposes and means of processing personal data. This is because a controller is defined by the GDPR as the entity that determines the purposes and means of processing personal data, holding primary responsibility for compliance. Question 9. The guidelines. 3. 2018's on the territorial scope of the GDPR emphasize which of the following? A. The GDPR applies only to EU-based companies. B. GDPR can apply to non-EU entities processing data of EU residents. C. GDPR does not apply to cross-border data transfers. D. GDPR is limited to data processing activities within EU borders. The answer is B. GDPR can apply to non-EU entities processing data of EU residents. This is because the guidelines. 3 2018s clarify that the GDPR has extraterritorial reach, applying to non-EU entities that process the personal data of individuals in the EU. If you want more free practice questions, check out our website. And if you like this video, give us a like and comment below what other privacy topics you're interested on learning about. That's it for now. Best of luck, and until next time.